Overstock is now Bed Bath & Beyond, and I believe that this is good news for small businesses, not because of the deals that you could receive from going to those store closeouts and buying some stuff that could up-level your workspace, which you could have did that, but because of the rebranding tips that are oozing out of this deal. Ooh. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 benefits from the rebrand of Overstock to Bed Bath & Beyond that small businesses should be paying attention to. I'm actually going to drop a gem. Now I'm going to drop 2 gems. No, I'm going to just drop several gems for small businesses here by the end of this video. So you want to stay tuned until the end.
Listen, ShySpeaks, 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 ShySpeaks.
Bed Bath & Beyond is Overstock, and Overstock is Bed Bath & Beyond. I actually want to just go straight to the horse's mouth. And when we go straight to the horse's mouth, that's going to help us to really understand the branding benefits, right? And I'm going to pull out the 3 different tips of what happened based on what the CEO said. So let's go ahead and take a look.
In making a new regional change here in the U.S., take us into the strategy and decision-making timeline that's going into this.
So we've long liked the name Bed Bath & Beyond. It was an iconic name that was synonymous with home. Overstock, as good as our business model has been, the name really didn't describe who we were. So the opportunity to purchase the name, we tested it in the rollout in Canada for a month. We saw better direct traffic, we saw better conversion, all signs were good. So today's the day in the U.S. that we relaunched as Bed Bath & Beyond.
And so tell us about what you're seeing already.
Number 1. The intellectual property here, right? There's intellectual property that was exchanged. The CEO of Overstock said that he realized that we've long loved the name Bed Bath & Beyond, and we saw our name as a blunder. And so despite the fact that the Bed Bath & Beyond business model failed, they still had a good name. The name was so good that they were willing to buy the name, right? So there's so much goodwill attached to the name. There are so many customers that come with the name that they were willing to say, hey, I know you're going out of business. I know your business model failed. I don't consider you a failure, though. It's just the business model failed. And I think the small businesses need to take that into consideration. Don't think that, hey, if I build this thing up and for whatever reason my business model fails, let's just say at that time you created thousands of customers. Those thousands of customers still want to interact with you. They still want your service. It's just that you cannot sustain your expenses and your overhead. So for Bed Bath & Beyond, they were in-person stores, had these really big stores, and then you have to have warehouses, and then you have to have all that's going on, shipping and all this kind of stuff, the economy. So because of that, their revenue and their expenses just wasn't evening out. So the business model failed, and they now need to shift to an online model. And instead of them having to do the shift, an online model who already exists says, I'll take your name. So I want small businesses to think about that. Be so busy building out not just the business model, because at the end of the day, that there are some variables there, but build a name, because somebody could come along and buy that. Listen, he said over here that he knew that there was going to be a flock of customers that was going to come because of the name. And that's actually going to fuel Overstock's strategy. They have a strategy to get more customers to spend more frequently. Well, when you're selling couches and patio furniture, you can't get people to spend as frequently. But when you acquire Bed Bath & Beyond, you bring their customers and you bring their inventory, you bring it, right? So then now all of a sudden we're not just offering you to buy another new couch. You can actually buy some pillows to change the look of how your fall looks versus your spring look, and keep the same couch, but you're still ordering from us. Like, see, so this is going to fuel their strategy. I want to show you how it's going to fuel their strategy. Let's watch it a little bit more.
In terms of people coming to the site, and I'm also curious, what people sort of waiting for. They launched in Canada before, with people coming to Overstock.com kind of, were you seeing an uptick in traffic ahead of the name change?
Not in the U.S. We did see a big uptick in traffic in Canada. Other thing that we saw was suppliers who want us to do business with or have been opening their whole catalog to us, started knocking on our door, opening our catalog. So since we the day it was first announced, we added over 600,000 new product SKUs in the Bed Bath and Kitchen area. So it's a much deeper and broader offering than we had as Overstock. I think the customers are going to recognize that. It's really a great customer.
Oh, okay. So listen, he just said that because of acquiring the name, the rebrand, they've rebranded to from overstock.com because that name kind of sounds like they sell surplus and refunded items and liquidated stuff, but they really don't. They actually sell new things. And so they have home furnishing. But he says because of the new partnership with Bed Bath and Beyond and that name, that rebrand, the look, the feel, and the name of Bed Bath and Beyond has brought on new suppliers. They expanded their supplier list and they've been able to bring on new product offerings, right? Because people who didn't want to work with them before as overstock.com. So let's say somebody has a luxury furniture or a home decor piece. They don't want to feel like it's on overstock.com, but they want it on Bed Bath and Beyond, right? So we understand that I want it here because I know this is stuff that people buy. They will put on their wedding registry and all that, and people are more likely to say, "Oh, we're registered at Bed Bath and Beyond," than they are to say, yes, we're registered at overstock.com, right? So now, because of that, if I'm a supplier and I have this luxury item that I want to sell to wedding people and so forth and so on, I can now get on overstock.com's list because I'm willing to be, right? I like the name. Like I want my product to be associated with this type of name, which is another thing for small businesses. A lot of times small businesses like, oh, I'm going to name my business something that I just kind of want to represent me. This represents me. This represents me. And so there's the issue. You need to have something. You need to have a name that attracts customers. You need to have a name that sends a message to people about what they can get from you, right? And so this rebrand says, hey, this is the people who have bed, bath. So now they have home furniture and beyond. I like it. I like what they did there. So keep that in mind. Rebrand number tip. When you rebrand number one, you can up level your intellectual property. Rebrand tip number two is that you can actually unlock new partnerships based on the look, the feel, and the name of the rebrand. It might actually attract some different people who wouldn't have wanted to be attracted to the old name that simply just represented you, right? Let's get into number three. Let's see what the CEO has to say. I'm going to go forward a little bit. Let's see what he has to say. All right, let's go. We're going to go back and watch it here in a second. I'm going to tell you number three is that a good rebrand that is going to have the customers reaping the most benefit, right? So I'm talking about benefits for small businesses from the rebrand. But yes, the customer is going to benefit as well, and you want the customer to benefit. Let's go ahead and take a look at it.
Talk about that customer experience because a lot of people who have engaged with the previous brand or the previous iteration of Bed Bath & Beyond, they would say, all right, the digital is great, but what about those physical coupons that I used to get? Those physical coupons are a lot more digital these days now with the transformation. How do you look at the promotional cycles, the customer engagement, where you're going to be able to leverage this name to drive more loyalty?
So we have always been a high-low retailer, highly promotional, using coupons. We'll continue to do that. For the Bed Bath & Beyond legacy customer that loves the coupons, what they really need to do is download our new Bed Bath & Beyond app. That will be the way special promotions will be pushed to them. We have today, as people download that, a 25% coupon. That is a big blue coupon that will be in their app. And so I think it'll be feel very familiar both as the products they see on our site and the shopping experience with great corporate deals. Now, I will say this. Our pricing has always been really targeted. So we
Okay. He about to say some other stuff. No, let's listen.
Beyond this initial promotional period, we probably won't keep on quite as large, but the out of the store checkout will be better deals. I think that's what they'll see because our pricing is consistent.
All right, cool. So if you listen to what he said, let's kind of unpack that. He basically said that they have always been a high-low, which means they kind of thrive on discounts and coupons and all that type of stuff. And so what's going to happen here is people who came over from Bed Bath & Beyond say, what? You can go ahead and download the new app, which is Overstock's app, which is now going to look like Bed Bath & Beyond. You're going to come over your membership. You're not going to have to pay for that. So membership, I think, was like $20 a month. Now you're going to be able to get that membership free, and you're going to be able to unlock all these different coupons and rewards and all. So the customer is going to win here. To me, it's a beautiful rebrand when your intellectual property increases because, number one, somebody may come along one day and buy it, even if your business model fails, especially if it has goodwill attached to it and still some customers that come with it. Trust me, people will get it. Number two, that is, you're going to get some new partnerships from this rebrand. And then number three, that is, the customers are going to reap some benefits. Here for Overstock.com to Bed Bath & Beyond, they're going to have this coupon model, and they're going to increase people's frequency. They're going to see better deals and so forth and so on, because Overstock was a little bit more on the pricier side, but now they have more items in their inventory, right? They have more SKUs, is what he said. Then basically, now they're going to have more things to offer that are a little bit lower, so people can kind of mix and match with some of the high patio furniture, and then maybe you can get some pillows and some different accents and so forth and so on. All of this is coming from a rebrand. So some people may ask, okay, well, this sounds good. Like, these are all really cool reasons, right? But for me, like, how long is it going to take for it to be fully integrated? Because rebranding can take a long time. And, like, I already have it like this. And how long is it going to take me to get it like that? And then the website and so forth and so on. But if you listen and you go on to watch the interview, if you like on your own, we've only watched half of it. He says that it's going to take them about 12 months. But it's okay because they're playing the long game. And as a small business, you should be playing the long game as well. Make those quick, most necessary adjustments. Like for them, they made the quick adjustment of changing their website. And they didn't change anything about, matter of fact, let's show you. Let me show you what they did. Here we go. They went, you go to overstock.com, boom, it just takes you to Bed Bath & Beyond. It probably has a little bit of a different feel here, as you can see. Okay, so I mean, they didn't do it's not a lot. There is some kind of way to get it done quickly. Now, there's still some other things that are going to have to happen to make it all fully integrated, but still, for you, if you are considering, no. Before I talk about if you're considering rebranding, what to do, let me drop a bonus tip right here, because listen, if you are in the home decor or furniture space, I highly recommend you submit your application to overstock.com. Even if you're a small business, like, oh, I don't. Now, make sure you can, keep up with the demand in case they keep it. If they say yes, but still, the reason why I say that is because if you watch this interview, the CEO was able to rattle off the fact that because of the rebrand, they had new suppliers. New suppliers came on board who were willing to offer their stuff, and they then said that he added over 600,000 product SKUs. And the fact that he was able to rattle off that number means that he sees that as a win. That's a number that he decided to lock into his psyche. So he's like, oh, 600,000. Well, how much more cool would it be to say, for him to say, hey, because of this rebrand from Overstock.com to Bed Bath & Beyond, we've been able to add over 1 million product SKUs, right? And if he's going to go from 600 to 1 million, that's 400,000 new product SKUs that are going to be added. And some of those, at least 100 of them, 200, 300, 400, however many products you have can be some of yours. So I say shoot your shot, because maybe they're going for more product SKUs. Anyway, back to what I was saying. What is the point of a rebrand, right? And if you're going to rebrand, it better not be to update your colors and update your fonts and stuff like that. If you're going to rebrand, you need to actually do something that's going to build your intellectual property. You need to do something that is going to bring new partnerships, new suppliers, new vendors, meaning you can carry a deeper variety of products that may not have fit with you before. And number three, customers are going to be able to be converted into clients, which is basically what he was saying here. Like, basically, most of the time, people buy from Overstock.com, they buy one big item, they may come back later on another year when they buy another big item. But when you have people who coming back repeatedly, These have went for a one-time customer transaction to clients, right? So as a small business, you have to think about that. Will this rebrand and this new name make people want to do business with me more regularly? Will they become a client? So if you're considering rebranding, don't do it on a surface level. Be like overstock.com and use the rebrand as an opportunity to uplift and update the entire business. If you are going to rebrand or launch a new brand, do me a favor. Keep these 3 benefits in mind. Hopefully, you found this video to be helpful. If so, drop me a line on the one benefit that resonates with you the most. And also, I would like for you to consider liking this video. Okay? And I'll see you in the next one.
Listen, ShySpeaks, 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 ShySpeaks.